Christy, finally back in pre-season. How does it feel to finally be back and around the lads?
Yes, good. It's been a long time coming. It's been quite a different way of living for the last few months, which everyone's been going through. So it's been nice to get back to some sort of normality. Not everything's the same just yet, but we're getting there.
I guess, how were the last 4 months for you? Obviously, you became a dad during lockdown, so
yeah, it's been quite nice. Yeah, it's been quite nice, really. Actually, being stuck at home and having to be the dad for the not being away, working or anything like that. It's been quite nice to be able to be around and support my partner and spend that quality time with my son, which has been nice. But there's obviously the other side of it is missing the football and everyday living. So there's been two sides to it.
How do you think kind of the mental side of it is going to play a part next season? Obviously, it's always been the when's it going to restart, and then obviously the news came that it wasn't going to restart, and then when's next season going to start? And I guess, do you feel like you haven't really had a break as such, or you haven't really been able to switch off?
Yeah, to some extent, there's been a bit, with the programmes going out and everything like that. You kind of always been thinking, well, when are we going back? But now it's sort of set in stone. We're going to go back on the 12th. That's the first game. We've got our sort of routine now. We know sort of what the schedule's going to be. We can kind of switch on and get ready now and prepare like a normal season now.
Because how is this pre-season different to a normal pre-season? Obviously, we're back later. We're a little bit longer than a normal pre-season, but out there on the pitch, also the different protocols in place, how is it different?
I think just the time you can spend here, you can't spend as long as obviously what we normally can. It's obviously a longer pre-season, which is good because having not really touched the ball for 4 months, everyone's going to need that extra time, those extra games, extra minutes, just to get that sort of the cobwebs out of you and get us ready for the start of the season.
I guess looking back on last season, you must be proud with how you done, Golden Glove winner in League One. How do you kind of rate your season on a personal level?
I think indifferent to begin with. I think consistency to begin with was a thing, and this is what I'm really striving to hopefully get past the start of this season. I want to sort of get back to the form I was sort of playing at when we finished. So it's kind of it's an important time for me now, these sort of 8 weeks, to get really pushing and get back to where we were. Also frustrated that it finished the way it did, because I felt we could have gone on and got more clean sheets and got promoted, and we could have been playing the Championship this year. So that's sort of an extra thing in the back of the head that we've got to strive towards this year, is to get that promotion. The record I wanted to beat that Phil had been telling me about in the last millennium, the amount of clean sheets we've kept as a club, so I wanted to beat that record, so that was another frustrating thing, but just have to go and do it again this year.
I guess, how are you going to use that frustration, that kind of pent-up frustration into next season to kind of...
Yeah, it's a motivation really. It's a motivation. It's the thought that, when you see the likes of Rotherham going up the way they did and Wycombe going up the way they did, and then you think, should have been Aces bias, but it should have been us. We knew we were good enough to get in that position. We knew if we played the last games we would have got there. So it was frustrating, but we can only use it now to our advantage and to push us on and motivate us this year.
I guess kind of in goalkeeper terms, you're still very young, but obviously you've got a lot of experience under your belt. How are you going to use that experience to help the young players you've been training, such as Will Blackmore and some of the youth players? How do you feel you can use your experience to help them?
Well, hopefully I can help Will, because I feel when I look at Will, he's sort of similar stature, similar sort of goalkeeper to me. He's good with the ball at his feet. He's very solid technically, the goalkeeper. So he's got a good future, and if I can help him anywhere I can, I'm sure I will.
Finally, you must be happy now you've finally got that date of the 12th of September to know that we're back playing football.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back and just hopefully get the fans back in soon, and it can be like back to normality.